This is Mary Swanatha, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. In today's laboratory session, we are going to design the infinite impulse response using Chebyshev Type 1 and Type 2 filters. The Chebyshev Type 1 filter has monotonic characteristics in the stop band and equiripple behavior in the pass band, whereas the Chebyshev Type 2 filter has monotonic characteristics in the pass band and equiripple behavior in the stop band.
A filter is an electronic component that allows only the desired frequency components and rejects unwanted frequency components. So you have the two types of filters. They are analog filters and digital filters. So already you have finished the designing of analog filters. Next in the digital signal processing, you have to design the digital filters. Again, the digital filters are divided into two types. They are IIR filters and FIR filters. These have been divided based on the type of impulse response. If the impulse response is of infinite duration, then the digital filters are referred as IIR filters. If the impulse response is of finite duration, then the digital filters are referred as FIR filters. You can design the IIR filters by using two techniques. They are Butterworth and second one is Chebyshev technique. Already in the last laboratory session, we have completed the designing of IIR filters like low pass, high pass, band stop using Butterworth. In today's laboratory session, we are going to see the designing of the IIR filters, low pass, high pass, band stop using Chebyshev filters. Again, the Chebyshev filters are divided into two types. They are Chebyshev type 1 filter and Chebyshev type 2 filter. The difference between Chebyshev type 1 and type 2 filters are the type 1 filters will have pass band, ripples in the pass band and monotonic characteristics in the stop band, whereas the Chebyshev type 2 filters will have monotonic characteristics in the pass band and equiripple in the stop band. So today we are going to design the IIR digital filters using Chebyshev technique. In order to write down the program, first open the script and what is the first you have to give? You have to design. So design a IIR digital filter. Design IIR digital filter using Chebyshev type 1 using Chebyshev type 1 filter. So you are going to design the low pass, high pass, band pass as well as the band stop filters. So first what you have to give? You have to give the CLC command to clear the command window, and next we have to give the clear all command which is used to clear the variables from the workspace. Next we have to give the command close all which is used to close the figures if there are any opened. After that what you have to do? First you are designing what? Low pass filter. You are designing the low pass filter using Chebyshev type 1. So what are the specifications they'll give? Usually they'll give the pass band ripple, stop band ripple, pass band frequency, stop band frequency and sampling frequency. So first you define the given specifications. So I am saving the pass band frequency in the variable fp. For example, I have taken the pass band frequency as 200 Hz. After that I am defining the stop band frequency as stop band cutoff frequency as 500 Hz. After that I am defining the sampling frequency, let us say capital Fs. Here MATLAB is case sensitive, therefore small f is different from capital Fs. For example, I am giving the sampling frequency as 5000 Hz. Next, these are analog frequencies. Now to design the digital frequencies, you have to convert the analog frequencies into digital frequency. What is the conversion formula? Wp equals to 2 into Fp. Actually pi should be there, but the built-in function Chebi1, Chebi2. So they'll take the frequency in terms of radians. Therefore, just to take WP equals to 2 into Fp by the sampling frequency Fs. And similarly, next Ws is equals to 2 into Fs, the stop band frequency, by the sampling frequency Fs. So I have converted the analog frequencies into digital frequencies. Next, what you have to do? I have to define the passband ripple. For example, the passband ripple is 3 dB. So define the passband ripple 3. And the stop band ripple Rs is equals to, let us say it is 10 dB. So give 10. So what I have done now? I have defined the given specification, filter specifications. What are the filter specifications? The passband frequency is 200 Hz, the stop band frequency is 500 Hz. Here it is showing the error, means I should not give Hz, just I have to give the value only. That's why here it is showing the error. Next, passband, convert these analog frequencies into digital frequencies by using the conversion formula. After that, define the passband ripple, stop band ripple. Okay, now first step is you have defined all the specifications. Next, what you have to do? You have to calculate the order of the filter and cutoff frequency. So in the MATLAB, you are having a built-in command to find out the order and cutoff frequency using Troubleshoot type 1. So what is the built-in command is Chebi1. The built-in command is what? Chebi1. Since you are designing the filter using Troubleshoot type 1, the built-in command is Chebi1. So Cheb1, in order to find out the order, you have to give what? Cheb1 odd. So Cheb1 odd. So it is taking totally 4 parameters. The first parameter is the passband frequency. See here it is showing here. The first parameter is the passband frequency, stop band frequency, passband ripple and stop band ripple. So define the 4 parameters: the passband frequency, the stop band frequency, the passband ripple and the stop band ripple. And it is giving 2 output parameters. What are the 2 output parameters it is giving? It is giving, one is the order of the filter and second one it is giving the cutoff frequency. Let us say I am saving the order of the filter in the variable n and cutoff frequency in the variable wn. So second step is what? From the given specifications you have to calculate the order of the filter and cutoff frequency. Since you are designing using Troubleshoot type 1, the built-in MATLAB command is what? Cheb1 odd. After that, what you have to do after finding the order and cutoff frequency, you have to find out the transfer function coefficients. In order to find out the transfer function coefficients, the built-in command you are having what? Chebi1. So I am giving Chebi1. The built-in command is what? Chebi1. And it is taking totally 3 parameters. One is what? Order of the filter. And second one is what? The passband ripple. And because I have to specify here passband ripple, the Troubleshoot type will have ripples in the passband and monotonic characteristics in the stop band. That's why I have to give only the passband ripple Rp and the passband frequency Wp. And here you can give the type of filter also. If I don't specify the type of filter, defaultly it will taken as the low pass filter. Now it is giving 2 output parameters. What are the 2 output parameters? It is going to give the numerator and denominator coefficients of the transfer function. I am saving the numerator coefficient of the transfer function in the variable b and the denominator coefficients of the transfer function in the variable a. Now I have got the transfer function coefficients. After getting the transfer function coefficients, I have to plot the frequency response of the low pass filter using this Troubleshoot type 1. In order to do that, plot the frequency response of a digital filter, I have to use the command FRUQZ. So FRQZ, it is taking 2 parameters. One is the numerator coefficients and second one is the denominator coefficients. Now I can plot the frequency response. If I want, I can give title to the graph. So what is the title of the graph? It is low pass filter. So it is what? Frequency response of what? Low pass filter. So I am giving the title to the graph also. Let us execute the program. Run the program. Let us observe the frequency response of this low pass filter. Frequency response means it is giving both the magnitude response as well as the phase response. So what is the magnitude response? Magnitude response is nothing but the x-axis will have the frequency component and the y-axis will have the magnitude. And what is phase response? The phase response consists of on the x-axis it is frequency and the y-axis is what? Phase. Here it is showing some error in the clear all. So then there I am getting the error. Let us resolve that. See here in the line number 3 instead of clear I have given CLEAL. That's why it is showing the error. Again we will run the program and we will observe the magnitude and phase response of the IR filter. See here. So this is what the magnitude response of the low pass filter and it is the phase response of the low pass filter. So what is low pass filter? Below the cutoff frequency the signals are passed and above the cutoff frequency the signals are attenuated. So this is a magnitude response and it is a phase response and the x-axis will have the normalized frequency. So actually the frequency is from 0 to pi. If it is normalized you have to divide by pi, then that is nothing but the maximum value will have only 1 for the normalized frequency. In the y-axis what you have here? Phase, which is in degrees. For the magnitude response on the x-axis will have the frequency and normalized frequency and the y-axis consists of magnitude in decibels. And in the similar way you can design the high pass filter also. So for high pass filter what you have to give? Instead of low pass what you have to give? I have to give here high pass. And here also the difference only in for the command number 14 I have to specify the type of filter. What is the type of filter here? The type of filter is here is what? High pass. So for high pass give high as a filter type. Now go to the program and execute the program. Let us observe the frequency response of the high pass filter. I have to change the title of the graph also. So see here this is a magnitude response of the high pass filter. High pass filter nothing but what? Below the cutoff frequency the signals are attenuated and above the cutoff frequency the signals are passed. Therefore this is a magnitude response of the high pass filter and it is a phase response of the high pass filter. So here the title have to change for high pass filter as what? High pass filter. And similar way I can design the band pass filter also. In the similar way I can design the band pass filter also. In order to design the band pass filter you have to define range of frequencies. Because band pass filter nothing but what? Only band of frequencies are passed. Below that they will not be passed. Is it right? Therefore I have to specify the range of frequencies. Let us say the pass band frequencies, cutoff frequencies are 600 to 1000 Hertz. Since it is more than one frequency you have to give in a square bracket. And next you have to specify the stop band frequency. Let us say the stop band frequency is from 300 Hz to 1600 Hz. Since it is more than one frequency component, I have to specify in square brackets. After that, I have to give the sampling frequency. All these are common only. Now, what type of filter I want to design? I want to design the band pass. Therefore, the filter type I have to give what? Band pass. have to give what? Band pass. And the title of the graph also change. It is at band pass filter. Now let us run the program and observe the frequency response of the band pass filter, both magnitude as well as the frequency response. See here, this is a graph showing the magnitude response and it is a phase response of the band pass filter. So what is a band pass filter? A band of frequencies are passed, and below that lower cutoff frequency and above the upper cutoff frequency the signals are attenuated, and it is a phase response of the band pass filter. Okay, next we are going to design what? Band stop or band reject filter. So band stop or band reject filter, instead of band pass, what is the type of filter here? Band stop. For band stop, the built-in command is what? Stop. The built-in command is what? The stop. Let us execute the program and observe the magnitude and phase response of the band stop or band reject filter. If you observe here, this is a magnitude response of the band stop filter. So a band of frequencies, nothing but above the lower cutoff frequency and below the upper cutoff frequency, the signals are attenuated, and above the lower cutoff, below the lower cutoff frequency, the signals are passed, and above the cutoff frequency, upper cutoff frequency, the signals are passed. Only band of frequencies are rejected. Therefore, this is a magnitude response of the band stop filter, band reject filter, band elimination filter, and it is a phase response of the band stop filter. The same thing you can design using Chebyshev type 2 also. For Chebyshev type 2, so what is the command I have to go into use? Cheb2 in order to find out the order and cutoff frequency using Chebyshev type 2. I have to use a built-in command Cheb2. So it is taking 4 parameters, input parameters. One is the passband frequency, second one is the stop band frequency, the passband ripple, stop band ripple. It is giving 2 output parameters. They are the order of the filter and the cutoff frequency. And in order to find out the transfer function coefficients using Chebyshev type 2, the built-in command is what? Cheb2. So Cheb2, the first parameter is taking as what? The order of the filter, and second parameter I have to give stop band ripple, because the Chebyshev type 2 consists of ripples in the stop band. That's why I have to specify the stop band ripple and the stop band frequency. Okay, let us execute the program. So this is what band stop filter using the Chebyshev type 2. So this is a frequency response of band pass band stop filter using Chebyshev type 2. So this is a magnitude response, it is a phase response. And similarly, if you want design, you can design the band pass. For band pass, instead of giving stop, what you have to give? You have to give the band pass. And title of the graph is what? Band pass filter. So band pass filter. Let us execute the program and observe the magnitude and phase response of the band pass filter. So this is a magnitude response of the, and it is a phase response of the band pass filter. Okay. Next you can design the low pass filter also. For low pass filter, what do you have? We have only one frequency component. Is it right? So give only one frequency component. Let us say I am giving the pass band frequency is 300 Hz and the stop band frequency I am giving as 1600 Hz. Then for low pass, there is no need of giving the type of filter. By default, it will take the low pass filter as a filter type. And what is the title of the graph? Here it is low pass filter. So give low pass filter as a title to the graph and execute the program and observe the magnitude response of the Chebyshev type 2 low pass filter. So below cutoff frequency the signals are passed and above the cutoff frequency the signals are attenuated. Therefore this is a magnitude response and is a phase response of the low pass filter using troubleshoot type 2. And similarly, I can design the high pass also. For high pass, the filter type I have to give what? High. And I can change the title of the graph also high. So let us execute the program and observe the frequency response of the high pass filter. So below the cutoff frequency the signals are attenuated and above the cutoff frequency the signals are passed. Therefore this is a magnitude response, it is a phase response of the high pass filter. So like this you can design any type of filter, IR filter, low pass, high pass, band stop using troubleshoot type 1 and type 2 using MATLAB. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.